New York City, a place of light, skyscrapers, and endless movement. But beneath the streets, in the darkness of the sewers, another world festers, a world of decay, shadows, and gnawing teeth. This is where the creature known as Vermin thrives. Half man, half rat, a broken soul twisted by experiments. And tonight he has a visitor, Spider-Man. But this isn't your usual costumed clash. This is a fight of survival, of humanity against savagery, of a hero's compassion against a monster's rage. So, what would happen if Spider-Man fought Vermin? Who is Vermin? Before we dive into the fight, we need to understand Vermin's origin. Edward Whalen wasn't always a monster. He was once a brilliant young man, a gifted geneticist who admired science. But his life took a tragic turn when Baron Zemo and Arnim Zola experimented on him, warping his body and mind. The result? A rat-like humanoid with fur, claws, fangs, and feral instincts. His senses became animal-like, his strength and speed magnified. But most horrifying of all, he gained the ability to control and summon swarms of rats, bending them to his will like an army of teeth and claws. But beneath the snarling exterior, fragments of Edward remain. Vermin isn't purely evil, he is a victim of cruelty, and that makes him one of Spider-Man's most tragic foes. He's fought Spider-Man before, even overwhelming him when supported by his endless rat hordes. It once took both Spider-Man and Captain America to bring him down. That's how dangerous Vermin really is. The hunt begins. Our story begins with a wave of disappearances. People vanish near subway stations and alleyways, their screams echoing into the sewers, never to return. The police blame rising crime. But Spider-Man? His instincts tell him something worse is at play. Swinging through the night, Peter Parker listens carefully. His spider sense tingles not in the bright city above, but in the depths below. The air is heavy with stench. The tunnels echo with skittering feet. And somewhere in that darkness, Vermin waits. The first encounter. Spider-Man doesn't wait long. His spider sense screams, but it's too late. Vermin lunges from the shadows, claws flashing, teeth snapping. The fight is immediate, brutal, animalistic. Spider-Man strikes with precision, webbing Vermin's arms, landing a solid kick to his chest. But Vermin absorbs the blows with savage endurance. His claws tear into Spidey's suit, nearly ripping through his side. Then, the rats come. Hundreds, thousands, pouring from the walls, from pipes, from cracks in the concrete. They crawl over Spider-Man, biting, clawing, overwhelming him in waves. Spidey panics, webbing wildly, trying to clear the swarm, but every web line he uses drains his precious cartridges. Vermin laughs, a chilling, guttural sound, as the rats turn the battlefield in his favor. Spider-Man's struggle. For the first time in months, Spider-Man feels fear. Not just of losing, but of being consumed. Every second, he's forced to remind himself, don't lose control, don't become like him. Because that's what makes this battle different. Vermin is what Spider-Man could have become if science had twisted him instead of gifting him. A creature ruled by instinct instead of conscience. Pinned under Vermin's claws, Peter remembers the people missing from the streets, the lives that need saving. He can't afford to fall here. The turning point. Overwhelmed, Spider-Man changes tactics. He stops fighting Vermin directly and starts fighting the environment. Using his webbing, he lashes at the steel pipes, creating vibrations that screech through the tunnels. The sound is unbearable, high-pitched, piercing. The rats squeal in panic. The horde scatters in chaos, leaving Vermin suddenly alone. Enraged, Vermin charges. Spider-Man dodges, webbing his legs, tripping him into the murky water. The fight becomes one-on-one at last. Blow for blow they clash. Spider-Man's strikes are sharp, calculated. Vermin's are wild, savage. Each hit echoes like thunder in the hollow sewer, and for the first time, Vermin falters. The climax. Spider-Man sees his opening. He fires a rapid barrage of webbing, pinning Vermin to the wall, binding his arms and chest until he can't move. But when he looks into Vermin's eyes, he doesn't see a villain. He sees Edward Whalen, the broken man buried under layers of fur and rage. Spider-Man pauses. He knows he could end this fight forever, but that's not who he is. He's not an executioner. Instead, he speaks. Calm, firm human. Edward, it's over. You need help. For a moment, the monster snarls. Then, silence. The fight is done. Aftermath and legacy. Spider-Man emerges from the sewers battered, clawed, and shaken. Vermin is taken into custody not as a trophy, but as a reminder. Because this wasn't just a fight between hero and villain. It was a clash between compassion and savagery. Spider-Man didn't just defeat Vermin, he resisted becoming him. And that's what makes him a hero. In the end, the question isn't who wins, but who chooses to stay human.